This week's daily race B, 4, Nurburgring GP circuit, Mazda Atenza here. The first corner you're going to start looking out for the curb on the left hand side. Just as you get to that, or the 100 board, at this point here, that's where you're going to start braking hard on the brakes. Initially, trail brake in second, short shift, shift down into first, and then you're going to try to clip as much of this as possible. As you get to that apex, you can start accelerating first. As the curve on the left hand side starts, you want to start pressing in. Just lift off initially and press in. Tap the brakes down to second and then exit out of there. Key to roll in there initially. As you get to the end of the green stuff, any transitions into that pattern on the right hand side, you want to start pressing in towards the next corner. Just lift off initially. And here you want to be trail braking the brakes here because you're turning in as well. Momentarily into first and then back up into second, and as you leave the curb on the left hand side, you can see at this point you want to straighten up and start accelerating out. Just a slight lift over there. At this point you don't want to cut too much either. At this point when you're running wide, I was trying to keep it on this green stuff and then getting back onto the track, or not going 4 tires onto this runoff where there's the pattern here. Next corner, as you get to this part where the two circuits meet, the second bit of it, just as you get to that, you're going to tap the brakes down to third and then accelerate out of there, and then as the curve on the right hand side, it's the corner of your screen, you're going to just tap the brakes again, trail brake down to second and accelerate out of there. It's key to just trail brake over there again, you're not going hard on the brakes, bleeding off speed tracks, then stop. As you get to that timing tower, whatever it is on the right hand side, you're going to hit the brakes down to second for this one. Again, trail brake because you're going to start turning in. Then as you get middle of the corner, you accelerate out of there. I wasn't using a specific acceleration marker. Back through this as the tire marks darker, yeah, check it in. It's left and then right. Yeah, for the 100 board over here, or as the color changes from grey to that green strip, but just before the 100 board, that's where you hit the brakes. Again, trail braking, 1/8 for this one, accelerate out, and then as you get to this point, use the next curve as a distance marker. Just tap the brakes, bleed off speed, keep it in third, and then as you hit the curve, again accelerate out, that out. That through this entire section over here. Let's go towards the right hand side, looking out for the 100 board. Just before that, at this point, that's where I was hitting the brakes, but later on this lap, down into second, accelerate a bit through that first corner. Yeah, just be careful of track limits over there, straight line it as much as possible. You can't fall out this time around. As you get past the marshals on the left hand side at this point, where you can see there's a bit of a gap in the fence, just as it transitions to the last bit of metal barrier, that's where you're going to hit the brakes. And second, roll through the corner until you get to this wall of the pit entry. Once you get to that point, you can flat on the accelerator, head over the line. This one is at 5.